She terrifies everyone, but somehow makes me feel invincible. I've always been the quiet guy, the human equivalent of a buffering symbol, the one who nods in meetings, apologizes when someone else steps on my foot, and gets hives at the idea of sending food back. So when I started dating Maren 2 years ago, everyone I knew blinked at me like I'd brought home a wolf on a leash. She wasn't mean, just aggressively, relentlessly unafraid of confrontation. The kind of woman who'd correct a stranger's behavior before thinking about whether she should. Cut in line at the pharmacy, she'll tap your shoulder and ask, "Were you raised in a cave, or should we walk you to the back together?" Coworker interrupts her mid-sentence. She'll freeze the room by saying, "I wasn't finished," in a tone that makes laptops suddenly close themselves out of respect. My best friend Lucas calls her the enforcer, but never to her face because, well, Lucas values breathing. My mom once asked if Maren had deep, unresolved anger, and when I said no, she sighed like I'd just told her I planned to invest my life savings in a pyramid scheme. Here's the part nobody gets. I absolutely, wholeheartedly love this about her. It's the most controversial hill I've ever chosen to die on. Lucas nearly choked on his beer when I said it. "You like that she's like this?" "Dude," I said, "it's like having a dragon that files taxes." The restaurant incident was the first time I fully understood the power I was dating. We ordered chicken. Hers came out pink, like still clucking pink. I would have eaten the edges and quietly hoped not to get salmonella. Maren? No. She waved down the manager, showed him the raw meat, and when he offered a replacement, she said, "I'd like to know why your kitchen is serving biohazard." 10 minutes later, our entire meal was free. 2 desserts appeared, and the manager apologized so sincerely, it sounded like he was confessing sins. I just sat there dipping fries in ketchup, watching my girlfriend dismantle a grown man with nothing but logic and eye contact. But the landlord situation, that's when I knew I'd marry her someday. Our landlord, this greasy-smiled guy named Trevor, sent us a bill for $850 labeled pet damage fee. We never owned so much as a fruit fly. I was ready to pay it because conflict makes me itch. Maren actually laughed. "Eli, sweetheart, go take a nap. I got this." She printed out our entire lease, highlighted every pet-related clause, every line about tenant responsibilities. Then she called her friend Jess, an attorney, and invited her for ambiance. We showed up at Trevor's office like we were serving a subpoena. Jess walked in with a briefcase. Trevor paled instantly. Maren laid the lease across his desk like a teacher presenting a spelling test to a child. "Show me," she said. "Exactly where we agreed to pet ownership." Trevor stuttered. Something about previous tenants. Something about a clerical error. Maren smiled, that smile, and said, "So you're admitting you tried to charge us for damages we didn't cause? Interesting." Jess didn't say one word, just existed. That alone dissolved the fee in under 4 minutes. We walked out without paying a cent. I bought Maren flowers the next day. She put them in a vase and kissed my cheek. "You know I'd go to war for you, right?" she said. And God help me, I knew. My friends think I'm insane. My family thinks she controls me. But they're missing the point. For the first time in my life, someone's got my back so hard that the world can't steamroll me. She fights battles I never knew I was allowed to fight. Just last week, my supervisor tried to postpone my raise during annual reviews. Before I could even panic, Maren texted, "Forward me the email." I obeyed instantly. She drafted a reply so professionally lethal my boss approved the raise within an hour. My girlfriend is scarier than my boss. Scarier than most things, honestly. And I've never felt more protected, respected, or loved in my entire life.